There. So is this recording now? I don't know.
Yes,
Yes,
it
I
is.
can see that it's recording. There's a
Yeah,
small
it's-
red thing. It's called a recording.
Yeah, it's recording. It says recording. Okay, someone requested for it. So we still have 11 participants. Should I begin?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
Oh, Modi's here. Hello, Finil. So now we have 12. Monday, Rudranchi. Rudranchi. How many girls are here? We have Inaya. Jayesha is here. Aditi, yeah. Okay, Aditi, I forgot. Okay, let's give them about 2 more minutes.
Sir, Arun says I am a girl. Aaron.
Arabia. Wait, who is
Aaron.
Honor X? Honor X? Hello, Honor X. Okay, I don't know. Hi, Honor X, 6X. Can I have your name?
So who's that? Who's that?
I don't know. Who's Honor 6? Okay. Hello. So we have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm missing one. Yeah, the Honor 6X. I don't know who is he. Joven's here. Samson. Here. Ahmad. 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 Which Ahmad? Ahmad who? Ahmad Kamal? Mutaba. 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 Wait, I'm confused. I have Mutaba here. Mutaba. I don't know. So Ahmad Mutaba is different from Ahmad Kamal. But I don't have Mutaba. I'm gonna write it down, don't worry. I'm gonna find it. Ah, okay. Jelani. Sorry. Okay, 15. So which is your favorite song? Happy birthday. Reminds me of my birthday. Happiest song ever. I don't know. Ignore me. It's a game? Game, guys.
Okay. So next, when will we have our next tournament?
I don't know yet, but let's see. Okay, so how can I share? Share my screen, share this one, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna share this. I hope you're seeing it. So is it, okay, am I still recording? Is it recording? I don't know.
Yes, sir, it's recording.
I have to disable Stefan's annotation. I have to clear the board. Someone is drawing. How can I clear again? Annotation.
How do
Here.
we on this?
And I think I'm good. Am I good? Okay. How can I hide this? Wait, go away. Here. I think.
Tournament score.
Game. No one else? No more? No more? Can you see a chessboard now? Guys, everyone?
Yes,
I don't.
no, sir, I can see a white board with 9.
Can you see a king a1 and rook h1?
No, I can see line 4 square, line 2 squares.
Wahib, you're not seeing the chessboard?
No, sir.
Why?
Chessboard. I can only see Excel sheet.
Are you sure? Wait, I'm gonna stop sharing again.
Hello,
Okay, I'm gonna reshare again. Share this one, share.
Hi, sir. I'm Gia. I joined just now.
Gia? Do we have anyone named Gia?
Yes, sir.
No, we don't.
India.
Okay, so I think I still disabled participants. How will I know if I'm still recording this? Maybe
Sir,
here?
it's on our screen that you're on our screen it can say it shows that you're that it's recording.
It isn't showing.
It is showing.
On your screen?
Yep.
But on my screen, it's not. Okay, game. I don't know. I hope it's recording.
Sir, I think I got the answer to this question. It is recording.
Sir, even I know.
I'm just seeing here that you are screen sharing.
Even.
Okay, is everyone seeing a chessboard right now?
Yes. Yes. We can put the rook on sorry, E1.
So we have to put the rook on E1.
So
Rook on E1, then you check the king,
and
and he'll have to move, then you'll capture his queen.
Guys, relax. Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone now. I have to. So muting you in 3, 2, 1, action. So my lesson today will be skewer. So skewer is a reverse pin. Okay, if you remember pin, so in pin we have the most valuable piece on on back, and the piece being pinned cannot move because he's gonna lose. Or, if he left something, then the piece behind will be lost. But here in skewer, the much more or more valuable piece is in front, and if he moves away, for example, he's gonna lose someone behind. I don't know what does it means. So here, for example, if we play rook e1 here, it's gonna be a check. And when it's check, king has to react or has to move away. So for example, if he goes anywhere, like for example, any of these squares, the king is gonna lose the queen. So this is a tactic called skewer, and there are two types of skewer. We have an absolute skewer and absolute skewer. And we also have, absolute, wrong spelling wrong, absolute, like this. Yeah. So we have absolute skewer. And absolute skewer is technically any check or any a skewer involving the king. So for example, after rook e1, we can say that the king is being skewered by the rook on e1. Simple. So because if the king moves away, the king is gonna lose the protection, or I mean, is gonna give way for the rook to be captured. All right. A lesson. Okay, so and the another type of example of skewer is what we call a relative skewer. So absolute skewer is anything that involving the king at first being skewered. Now, if we put this bishop on f3, and then this is a relative skewer. Oops, what have I done? Relative skewer. Skewer. So relative skewer means, okay, again, this is 9 points. Behind her is 5 points. So in pin, it's reversed. Because if we have on pin, the rook is here on d5 and queen on a8. That is pin. But if we have a much more valuable piece on front, this is skewer. And this is now a relative skewer because it doesn't involve the king. So if queen moves away, for example, okay, maybe queen d2. Now, no one is guarding, or even someone is guarding the a8. Bishop can capture the rook on a8. Because now, it's like barbecue. So barbecue here, and then it's gonna lose someone on behind. Very simple. Skewer. Okay, I'm just gonna open the mic. Please don't shout. Please don't shout. Okay, you can guys unmute if you have questions. Who else? I mean, who have a question here? Queen can go anywhere, and then.
Sir, can you please explain it again?
From top? Okay, again. Loading. Again, we have two types of skewer. The first skewer is absolute skewer. Rook of h goes to e1, and now it's a check. And every skewer involving the king is an absolute. So if the king moves away from the check, the king or the black will lose the queen. How can the rook be safe in this situation? Ah, you mean in the relative skewer? No way. There is a way to save the rook. For absolute skewer, or I mean for absolute type of skewer, like
Sir,
this
what
one.
are we learning? Sir?
Skewer. Skewer.
Sir, can you please explain again? I had internet problem.
Oh. Well, I hope so. You guys won't be irritated with this. Again, skewer means the higher value pieces is being attacked, and behind him or her is another piece which he might gonna lose. So for example here, rook goes on e1, check, absolute skewer.
Sir, the screen is frozen.
Is it happening to everyone or only to him?
Sir, to everyone.
Sir, it's clear for me.
Everyone.
Ma'am, wala full ori ka ba, ma'am?
Is everyone seeing a rook e1, king e4, and queen e8?
Can I remove that?
No.
Oh, sir, we can't see it. We can't see it, sir.
Oh, nice. I'm talking. Okay, okay, I'm gonna open once more. Okay, new share. Okay, are we now on the same page here? Rook h1, king e4.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Finally. So Karam is here. Hello, Karam. So again, our lesson today for those who just came is skewer. Skewer means there will be someone left behind. So for example, who's talking here? I need to mute Rudranchi. Okay, I'm gonna mute that. Okay. So here, for example, if you play rook e1, rook e1 check, king is under attack, and he has to react with a check. If he goes somewhere not check, he will lose someone behind, which is the king. And skewer only happens using the rook, bishop, and queen. Knight cannot do skewer, king cannot do skewer, and pawn cannot do skewer. Only rook, bishop, and queen. Knight can't.
Sir, for example, if like the queen is on f8 and the king is on d8 and the knight is on e6, isn't that skewer?
No, it's not. It's gonna be my tomorrow lesson. Tomorrow will be fork.
Sir, so skewer is to forcing the king to move aside to kill his piece.
Not really. As I said, there are two types of skewer. This is an absolute skewer. Absolute skewer means this king is being skewered by the rook. Any skewer involving the king is an absolute skewer. Got it?
Sir, will it still be an absolute skewer if you put a no wait that will it be a pin or will it be a skewer if you switch places with the queen with the king and put a rook on h1?
Okay, interesting question. Wait, I'm gonna change it. So you
Sir,
want
explain
to
the
say,
second type.
hey, wait, just wait, guys. So you mean to say, like, if I put here, here, king is back and queen is here. Okay, and then king is here. I'm gonna make this queen. Okay, I'm just gonna make this another rook, for example. So I'm gonna new share. Where is it? This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So if you
Is
move
everyone
it
seeing
to
two rooks
e1,
here?
will it be a pin or a skewer?
Okay, gang.
So if you
This is
move
right to
the
move.
b1 rook to e1, will it be a pin or a skewer?
It's a free rook. Oh wait, guys, are you seeing now a different screen? Two rooks.
Yes.
Queen on e4 and king on e8.
Sir, this is also a skewer.
Okay, now if I put this rook on e1, sorry, if I put this rook on e1, is this a skewer or a pin?
A pin, sir.
Pin.
Yes, sir, because king is important to the game.
So
Sir, explain the second type.
this is a pin. Which is much more valuable, the king or the queen?
Queen.
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 But the king is important.
So queen is much more valuable than the king?
Yes.
No. King is the most important part of, most important piece on the board. Queen is the most powerful but less important than the king is.
Why?
Yeah, queen is 9 points. And king has no points, but if you manage to checkmate the king, it ends the game. Very simple. Now this is a pin. Specifically, this is a partial pin, if you remember. Correct? Do you remember? Because queen can go along here, or even capture the rook. But you can just exchange the queen for a rook. But if we're going into this absolute skewer here, now this is an absolute skewer. Rook e1, check, king goes here, and it will be lost. It's a total different tactic. It's different. Skewer is reverse spin. Okay? Wait, who's talking?
Sir, explain the second type of the skewer.
No, wait. Is absolute skewer clear to everyone?
Yes.
It's noisy. Where you guys at? Mall? Okay, next. I'm gonna close this, I guess. I need to close. Close. No. Then I need to close this one. Sorry, I'm really just new in this Zoom. Okay, this one. Share. This is what we call now another type of skewer, which is relative skewer. Any other skewer not involving the king is a relative skewer. Again, we have here 9 points, and this one is 5 points. They are on the same line, unfortunately. So if we are white and we are to play, queen and rook are on the same file. I mean, same square, or same diagonal, or one diagonal. So here, if you just play bishop on f3, queen will be under attack. Maybe queen goes here, and or maybe not there. Maybe queen d4. And now bishop can just simply capture this rook on a8. I think I saw someone ask the question here. Is there any possible way for black not to lose the rook or save the rook on a8? Anyone? Is there a possible way that black will not lose the rook on a8?
You can just capture it. You can just leave the queen there and move the rook. That'll be the one possible way.
Yeah. So I think that's Gia who asked this question. So here, for example, okay, queen is under attack. And in your opinion, if you need rook more than the queen, sir, please explain again. Okay. Is my English bad? So bad?
No, sir.
Okay, game. So again, we have another example here of possibility of being skewered. This is what we call the light square diagonal. So for example, now queen is here and rook is here. There are targets. Flower to my eyes. So for example now, white can just play bishop on f3, attacking the queen. And behind the queen is a rook. So it's like an X-ray, or maybe it's an X-ray. So if the queen, for example, get away from the attack of the bishop, for example, okay, she just go on d4. Now it's a target for the bishop on f3. Again, the bishop captures diagonally. And voila, free rook on the process. Relative pin. Very simple. Hey, anyone has a question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, can we proceed into another one? Okay, let me see what I prepared here. I hope I prepared it correctly.
Okay, sir.
Close, close. It's not closing. Now it's closed. How to save the rook? Capture the bishop using the queen. Okay, I'll let you draw. Okay, new share. I'm gonna share this, I think. Is it sharing now? Okay, here is what type of skewer is this?
Sir, absolute skewer.
Absolute skewer because it involves the king.
The king
King, for example,
is being
go on,
forced to move.
king, for example, goes on d5, and now behind the king is the rook. So if he moves on d5, we can just capture the rook on e8. Simple. Next. Again, king and the rook on the same file. So what you're gonna play here?
Sir, if you move the rook on e1, then you'll pin an absolute.
Yeah, absolute skewer. Check. King has to react of the check. He's under attack. Maybe king goes on d5, and then rook can now capture the rook 3. 5 points. Next. What about this one?
Bishop c4.
Sir,
Bishop-
bishop on c4. Sir, bishop on
Sir,
c4.
bishop on c4.
Because
Absolute
if
pin.
so then, sir, then the king needs
Sir,
to
bishop
move,
on
then we
c4,
can capture
absolute
the
pin.
knight. First we move,
Yes.
and then we can capture the bishop. No, we can bishop.
King goes here.
We can capture
Again,
the. We can,
again, check. First thing is, first, find your target. And your target now is the king. So you understand that the king and the knight is on the same square. I mean, not in the same square, but same diagonal squares. So after bishop on c4, just make a line, check. King is under attack. King can't go here or here. He just can't. For example, now the king goes on f6.
so then we can capture the knight.
And that's a free 3 points. Simple. Hard or easy?
Easy, sir. Sir, easy.
Easy, sir.
What about the others? Who's on mute? Jacob, Amir. Wait, I have Abu Bakr. Easy. Right, it's
Yes,
easy.
it's really easy. It's really easy.
Next. White to play.
Sir, I got it. We can put the queen on e4 so that if the rook moves on the to another place, we can capture the e4.
Karim?
Queen on e4.
Karim. Wait, Zakir, Karim? Javriya, Karim? I'm confused. I have 2 Karims here. Okay, do you want me to repeat again? Skewering? Okay, skewer for the 5th time is, for example, now here, watch. If we put the queen on e4, we are attacking the rook, basically, right? And behind the rook is
Knight.
the knight. So if these rooks move away, for example, okay, maybe you can play rook f5 or rook d7, and then suddenly we can just capture a free piece behind him or a less valuable piece behind him. So it's about losing someone behind you. Losing someone behind you. So skewer, attacking the rook. No one can defend this rook. Rook has to go away. And then we can just capture knight on b7.
Sir, this is not a skewer. This is a pin.
It's a skewer. How many points is this?
Sir,
Five.
the rook 5 points over.
How many points is this?
Over.
Sir, so this would
The
be a
knight
relative
is 3
skewer.
points and the rook.
It's a relative skewer.
The rook is 5 and knight is 3.
So again, in skewer, as I said earlier, the much more valuable piece is in front. And the less value piece is on back of him. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next. Okay, some of the skewers has to be set up. Okay, for example, maybe this one you cannot solve yet. I don't know. Black play queen captures f1, king captures f1. Check. King goes on E2, and now black to play.
Sir, what?
Okay, for example, here in this position, this is black to play. This is a game. Queen captures f1, check. King has to capture. Black decided to play rook d1 check. The king can't go anywhere. He put the king on e2. Now this is black to play.
The rook should.
Anyone has an idea here? Can we do skewer?
Sir, I
Yes, sir.
put
But
the rook on E1.
so we can.
Sir,
So
the
the
rook
rook can be protected by the bishop.
Okay, wait.
Sir, the rook on E8.
Okay, what's the difference between the rook on e1 and rook goes on e8? Okay, if we put the rook on e8, this is actually a pin. Pin. Because how much point the rook is? This is 5, and this is king. This is king, and it has no value. So, which means that this rook cannot move and get away from other files. But he can just simply capture the rook on e8, check, free rook, king h7, and now king captures d1. So it's a mistake to play rook e8 because again, rook e8 is unprotected piece. Nobody is protecting this rook. This
Sir, rook. Sir, what about rook d8?
which rook? There are two rooks who can go on d8. Is this rook or this rook?
The rook on h8, sir, to d8, so that
Okay, what is this?
the rook on d1 will be protected.
Okay, wait. We have an answer from Rahib. So Rahib said he can't understand.
Rook E1.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everyone again, just for the sake of Rahib, okay? Just wait. So again, we want to do, Rahib, we want to do a skewer. And skewer is a reverse spin. So in skewer, it's very like super easy. Like someone will be just behind him.
Again.
So for example here, rook e1, check. The rook is attacking the king on e2, correct? And behind the king is the rook on e6. So if the king goes, for example, he has to get away from the check. King goes on f3, and now you can just simply capture a free piece on e6. Because you apply a tactic called skewer. And this is an absolute skewer. Hard, easy. Rahib? Rahib. Don't worry, you will learn it. Next. Okay, I need to proceed now. Okay, find the skewer here.
So I got a skewer.
Sir, I know also. Bishop on G2.
Bishop on g2. Don't worry, I still have 30 minutes to do this class. Bishop on g2. Check. Again, they are on the same line. So you're like a sniper, if you know what sniper
Sir,
is.
absolute skewer.
Absolute skewer specifically, yes. Check. King has to move. Okay, maybe the king can go on a7. Now, tada, what are you waiting for? Will you exchange your 3 points for 9 points? Again, will you exchange your bishop for a queen?
Yes.
No. Why no? It's 3 points capture the queen.
Yes, sir.
And queen is 9 points. Maybe he will capture your bishop. If we do mathematics, so I give my 3 points and I have now 9 points. So I earn 6 points. Makes sense. Why not? And in other words, I have a queen and a rook, and your opponent has rook and a knight. So this is 5 points plus 3 is 8, and you have 9 plus 5 is 14. So you have more points than him. Simple. If you apply tactics, you might have the best chance of winning the game. Good? Next. I have a lot of this, I think. Okay.
Sir, is it white to play?
It is white to play.
Sir, we can put the bishop on
So we can put a bishop on d3.
3.
Bishop on d3. Very good. So this is a check. And behind him is
It's the bishop.
bishop. So mute. King has to move away. For example, here, king goes on c6, and now we can just simply capture bishop f7. Free bishop. Maybe rook goes back, or I mean, goes on f8, and then you just have to go back. Like, yeah, I got what I want. I have 3 points free. What else should I do? Or maybe, if you want more, you can just capture another pawn. I think capturing the another pawn is good. Yeah, it's good. Or even better. Next. What about this one? This is black to play.
Sir, bishop at g5.
Bishop g5.
Yes.
What about
Yes,
this?
sir. Absolute skewer.
Absolute skewer. The easiest to find. Absolute skewer, you just have to look into the king. If someone is behind the king and you have the same color, easy. So for example, how do we find the target? For example, the king is on d2, and this is a dark square. You have to check your card. Oh, I mean, I have a bishop on dark square. So maybe I can use my bishop to attack this king and capture the rook. Check. Again, keyword, yellow.
So then we can capture the rook.
And now we can capture free 5 points. Easy. Keyword. Next.
हाई डेंसिटी वाली स्किन्स पे जाओ और फॉर बॉयज करो हाई डेंसिटी वाली तुम्हें शायद पसंद आए
Who do you think is to move here?
Sir, black.
Black? I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So what happens here? Oh, I'm gonna mute. So what happens here is, this is just a continuation. Who captures d2? So king just have to capture, and now again we have the bishop on.
c5
King goes on d3, and he has to say goodbye to the rook.
Goodbye.
Someone behind you will be lost. So sad. You don't understand it for now. Black to play.
Sir, we can put the bishop on c8 to f5.
Sir, bishop to f5. Yes.
Bishop to f5.
Yes, so then the king can get check and it will move. Then we can capture the knight.
Sir, can you put the piece in front of the king? Yes, of course you can. Al-Ani, Abu Bakr Al-Ani. Okay, I'm confused. So here, for example, if you'll just put this bishop on f5, because you understood. Sir, can't you put? I don't understand. Because now this is a very good line for an attack, for example. Bishop goes on f5, check. Behind the king is the knight on b1. If the king goes on c3, then he has to say goodbye to his knight which is behind. Simple.
So we can put the king on c1 so that we can protect the knight.
Okay, can we put the king on c1? Like,
Oh,
like
sorry,
this?
sir. Sorry, sir. I didn't see that.
Yeah, we can.
C2.
The king moves only one square. One, one. In this case, he can't go here. Can't go here. Can't go here. But he can go here. Can just go here. Those yellow are the squares that the king can go, and those red are those squares that are not. For example, he can't go on d4. There's a pawn on e5. Can't go on this diagonal because there's a bishop. So he has to say goodbye to his knight. And maybe if you're black here, you have a very good chance of winning the game. Next. Maybe you shall win the game. Okay, do we have a skewer now? Okay, I'm just gonna move it. Here in display,
Sir,
F3.
is it?
Rook captures F3.
White.
Rook captures F3 and
white
king captures F3. Now this is black to play.
Sir, we can put
Sir,
the
bishop on
bishop on
g4. Sir, bishop on
so that
g4.
it will be checked and we can capture the rook.
Correct.
It's protected by the rook on g8.
Bishop g4. Now the bishop is attacking the king, and behind the king is a rook. So if the king moves somewhere, maybe king goes in f2. Now he can just capture the rook on d1, free. But question, can the king capture the bishop?
Sir, no, because
Because of the rook on
the
g8.
rook, the bishop is protected by the rook.
Very good, because the rook is protecting the bishop on g4. So therefore, the king has to move and the bishop can just capture a free rook on d1. Next. Wow, a lot of pieces here. White to play. I only have 19
Sir,
participants.
I know. Sir,
Yeah.
we should put the bishop, which is on a3, we should keep it on d6.
Okay, let's wait for the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I'm just gonna check attendance quick. I have Abdullah Assad here. Abdallah Assad? No. Do I have Fatima Salwa? Fatima Salwa? But Jayasha is here, right? Okay. For consideration, maybe they're not clear to each other. Ihab. Hi. Omar Mohammed left already. Muhammad Arib is here. Arib, are you here? Hi Jayesh, I'm looking for Salwa Fatima. Okay, but you're here, so now I'm seeing you. Joke. What about Muhammad Arib? Are you here? I guess not. Muhammad Wasif? Guess not. Rajput Ayan? No, he left already. Raman Arib? Raman Arib? Do I have you? I guess no. And that's it. Finished. So here, okay, let's go back to the game.
Sir, bishop on d6.
Why? Can I ask you why?
So that we can capture
Sir, we can
the queen.
capture the rook.
So we can capture the rook and it is protected by the rook on d1.
Zaman, I already had your name. I checked it already. So here, for example, now, very simple target. You know that the queen and the rook are on the same diagonal. So they are the same color, which is dark square. And you have a dark square bishop you have a rook on d6, rook on d1. So if you just put more pressure like this, bishop goes on d6 from here. You put the bishop on d6, the rook on d1 protecting your bishop. Again, this is 9 points and this is 5 points. So this is what kind of skewer or pin? Skewer. So skewer means much more valuable piece is in front and behind him is 5 points. This is relative skewer, correct, very good. So queen, for example, now has to go maybe here, and you can just simply capture the rook.
So we can capture the rook.
Otherwise, if Jayasha, if you want to save the rook, if you want to save this rook from being skewered, then you have to capture the bishop. That's the only way to save it. Then rook captures. And white is like, I earn your queen. I just lost 3 points. Make no sense. Next. Okay, it's the same. So what happens here is pawn captures, and bishop goes on d6. Skewer. Queen 5, and then just capture the rook. Next. Do we have a skewer here? Black to play. Anyone?
Sir, I got. Sir,
Okay, here, black to play.
sir, we can put the bishop on c8 to e.
So no, sir, we should put the bishop on e6. So then we can capture the rook,
Okay.
and it is protected by the pawn.
Yes. So if you play bishop e6, bishop is attacking the queen, and behind the queen is rook. The queen cannot capture the bishop because bishop is being protected by the pawn. So if queen moves away, for example, now question, will you trade your bishop for a rook?
Yes.
But the rook is protected by the queen. Mute.
Sir, we will only lose 3 points while they lose 5 points.
Yes.
Yes.
So it is our benefit.
Yeah, so we will earn 2 points for this. Again, you have to be smart. You have a bishop which is 3 points, and your opponent is offering, or you can capture a rook which is 5 points. Even though the rook is protected, you can just simply capture. So now you have
because
5.
the rook is 5 points.
Yeah. So you
Sir, so this would be a relative skewer.
It is a relative skewer. Very good. Bishop goes on e6, attacking the queen, and behind the queen is a rook. So if the queen moves away, capture 5 points, and you will lose 3 points. In total, you earn 2 points. Simple math. Next. Okay, it's the same what happens here in the game. Black played knight captures the bishop, queen captures, and now he do the skewer. It's a combination already. You see what black did here? First, you want to set up a skewer, because if the queen will be here on c5, then I can play bishop e6. So he just knight captures, queen captures, and then bishop e6. Queen goes away, and you just have to capture, and then queen will capture. Okay, it's not allowing me to capture like this. Good. Next. Okay, let's see. Is it white to play or black to play? Do we have someone here? I don't know. But I think it's white to move first. Oh, it's black. Sorry. Is this a skewer?
Yes, sir.
But there's a pawn on f3.
We can move that.
Sir, can you end the lesson? Karim, why? Why? Why do you want to end the lesson? Okay, a question here. Black played bishop on g5. I mean bishop on g4. And it's skewering the queen. But question, can this pawn block the attack?
Yes, sir.
Can he or she can't? Can he or she can't? Can he or he can't?
He can, sir.
Well, we can't. You know why?
Why?
Because we have a bishop on c5. And bishop on c5 is, what do we call this? Not
Pin.
allowing the pawn to move. What do we call this?
Sir, pin.
Pin. The bishop is pinning the pawn on f2, which means the pawn can't be moved. This is an absolute pin for the pawn on f2. So here, black has after the move of bishop g4, white just go on d2. Of course. Now the question is back to you. Will you capture a rook or will you keep your bishop?
No, sir, we'll capture the rook.
Capture the rook, 5 points, and you will lose your bishop, which is 3 points. It makes sense. Profitable exchange. Next. What about this position? This is white to play.
Sir, we'll put the bishop on d3 to d5.
Bishop goes here. Attacking the rook. Now the rook has to move away, otherwise he wants to lose the rook. For example, rook goes on d6. Just capture this knight on b7. Simple. Good. Guys, if you have somewhere to go, don't wait for my lesson to end. You can just leave. No worries.
So now we can put the bishop on d4.
Bishop d4.
No, sir, b4. b4.
What about the others?
d4.
d4, because rook and rook are on the dark square, same one diagonal. So it's like entering a highway and the bishop goes in. So attacking the rook, behind the rook is another rook. Very lucky. So for example, rook d8. Question now, will you exchange your bishop for a rook?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can.
What if the rook moves to d7?
I mean, Karim, I mean, if you want to go somewhere and you're just waiting for my lesson to finish, and I mean, you can go. No need to wait. Don't worry. No hard feelings on this one. So again, same diagonal and then just attack the rook. Behind the rook is another rook, and now you can just simply capture. Next. Okay. No, it's just someone. That's fine. What about this position? White to play. Can you find the skewer?
Sir, bishop at e8.
Bishop e8. What about the others?
Move the bishop on a4 to a5.
Bishop a4 to a5 like this? Hey, it's a bishop. The bishop moves diagonally, or if the bishop is on light square or white square, then it just go in white. It don't go and transfer in like this. What? I didn't hear you. What you're saying?
Sir, E8.
Yeah, I mean I heard some two. Ah, you mean this bishop c2? Okay. Bishop c2 is attacking the rook on g6. And behind him is a pawn. Okay, he's just basically gonna go here. Now the question is, will you trade your bishop for a pawn? Will you?
Sir, no.
No,
Then the
because
can
if you
capture us.
okay, you give 3 points and you just earned 1 point. It's not good. Bishop a4 to b5. Okay, interesting. What does bishop b5 do? It's not a check. Nope, it's not. The bishop goes only diagonal. So it can only attack anywhere or anyone in this
Yes, sir. C4. Sir, bishop c4.
in this light squares. Bishop c4. How will I go bishop c4? Like that?
No, sir, E8.
Yeah, the best move here is bishop e8. Now I'm just asking the others. And bishop e8 is attacking this rook,
So
and
then we
behind the
can
rook is
capture the rook.
correct. So if the rook goes, for example, here, will you capture this rook? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yes, why not? 5 points. If you capture this rook, you give up 3 points and you earn 2 points. Next, why to play?
Sir, bishop at A5.
Bishop a5. This is attacking this the other rook on the other end. So rook cd7, and now you can just simply capture your rook on the next. Wait, what? Okay, I know what happens here. Queen captures queen first, eliminate the defender. It's on a different level, and then now you can just play bishop on a5 and scare away this rook on c7. Next, I need to move faster. What about this one? White to play.
Sir, rook on H7.
Rook h7. Check. Now, rook on h7 is attacking the king, and behind the king is a queen on b7.
So then we can capture the queen.
Correct.
And it is
King
protected
goes-
by the another rook on H1.
Yeah, so king g8, and then you can just simply capture free queen on b7. Next. Oh, it's the same. Okay. What about this one? What happened here? I don't know. Ah, okay. Okay, not this one, not this one. Okay, not this one. What about this one? Is this good? I don't know. Yeah, okay now. White to play? Do we have a skewer?
Sir, rook on D1.
Rook on
So
d1,
we can
check. Now black has two options. He can move away or he can just block. If he blocked,
So then we can capture the bishop.
Capture the bishop, and then king goes away. Capture. Capture the queen. Okay, I think guys I need to go. Or those who wants to go now, you can leave. Again, sorry for the person who's asking for me to end the video. But you guys can leave if you want. Any questions?
Oh,
We're good? Easy?
bye.
Bye. No questions. Thank
Sir,
you.
you
Thank you
promised
so
to
much.
let us draw. Sir, let us draw.
Bye.
Bye. How can I end this?
Sir, you promised to let us draw.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share. Okay, who wants to draw?
Sir, can I draw? Button. I don't know how to draw. I'm not. How can I draw?
Annotate.
Sir, how can I draw? I don't know how to draw.
Okay, that's it, guys. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
So bye, sir.
Okay, I don't know how to stop recording. I'm not sure. Okay, here. I can stop. Bye.